Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 origin continent based on novel. So let's start. The members of the headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance could vaguely see the figures of Luo Feng, Lord Bai Wu, and Captive Wind Lord through the damaged building, with each of the ordinary members trembling at heart and daring not come closer. Both Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord were in utter panic, fearing they would end up the same as Thousand Eye Lord. "It has nothing to do with us," Lord Bai Wu said urgently. "That was Thousand Eye Lord's prey. She would never allow us to intervene," Captive Wind Lord added, "and we even advised her. After all, it was the family of an eternal true god. It shouldn't look too ugly. She just wouldn't listen." Lord Bai Wu also said, "Most of the eternal true gods within Huyang City know each other. We also need to restrain ourselves a bit in our actions." But Thousand Eye Lord was just mad, acting recklessly and wantonly. Luo Feng slightly frowned. Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord immediately fell silent. The intelligence, I understand, also said it was Thousand Eye Lord's doings. "So you might escape this disaster," Luo Feng said coldly. Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord let out a silent sigh of relief. Only when facing Lord Luo could they feel the suffocating pressure. They did not doubt that if they disagreed, Lord Luo would crush them to death. "I killed Thousand Eye Lord who took direct action. Regarding you five, well, I'll just fine you 300,000 cosmic sand. Spare your lives," Luo Feng said indifferently. 300,000 cosmic sand. Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord looked at each other, and they immediately contacted the other three companions via the transmission token. They feared Lord Luo But 300,000 cosmic sand was indeed a significant fortune. Splitting it, each of the five of them had to produce 60,000 cosmic sand. They also needed to consume a large amount of resources for cultivation, and to purchase inheritances, secret treasure weapons. Most of them couldn't afford so much. "Lord Luo we have already contacted the other three companions," Lord Bai Wu said ingratiatingly. "But we ourselves consume a lot of resources, and can't produce much cosmic sand. If you can't produce it, you can go die," Luo Feng said as he looked at them, having no sympathy for the eternal true gods of the dark forces. No, Captive Wind Lord explained, "we can gather some cosmic sand by selling secret treasure weapons. In these past 20-some years, we have never offended a divine monarch. We took no part in the Chifeng family affair. We are quite wronged. Can your divinity perhaps pity us, reducing some of the punishment? 300,000 cosmic sand is a great pressure on us. You dark forces have started reasoning now." Luo Feng looked at them with a smile that wasn't a smile. "Aren't you always hunting? Indiscriminately selecting numerous preys within your own territories and wantonly killing them? Did those preys provoke you?" Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord were silent. "As beings who plunder the masses for their own benefit, none of you who are killed are innocent. It's just that the land of origin is everywhere. A small eternal true god like me can't manage it all. But when you offend me, I can kill or punish you. Do you have an objection now?" Luo Feng looked at them. "Since you're bargaining, the price of your lives has now changed. It's become 500,000 cosmic sand. The 5 eternal true gods from your Six Lords Alliance, bring out 500,000 cosmic sand, and you can live. If not, go die," Luo Feng said leisurely. "I'll give you 1 day to get ready." 500,000 cosmic sand. Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord trembled. "Any more objections?" Luo Feng looked at them. No objections, no objections." Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord immediately shook their heads, no longer daring to reason. "Oh, and please relay a message to the 3 eternal true gods of the Cloud Treasure Pavilion," Luo Feng instructed. "Just say they've swallowed the resources of 2 great families, but seeing as they haven't indulged in massacres, their fine will be the same as your Six Lords Alliance, also 500,000 cosmic sand. Give them 1 day to prepare. The fine for Cloud Treasure Pavilion is also 500,000 cosmic sand." Lord Bai Wu and Captive Wind Lord somehow felt much better. It seems they weren't the only unlucky ones from the Six Lords Alliance. "We will certainly deliver the message," both Lord Bai Wu responded in unison. "You only have 1 day. After Luo Feng spoke, he gathered the siblings of the Chifeng family, who had been trembling and hiding in the corner, and left with Morosa. Sigh. Within a few steps, they had already left the headquarters of the Six Lords Alliance and then boarded the flying boat and shot through the sky. Lord Baiwu and captive Wind Lord watched the scene in silence. Even the city owner's mansion bowed down before Lord Luo He in the end. We have no way to resist, captive Wind Lord sighed deeply. Thousand Eye Lord is such a fool. I had always said not to prey on the forces of the eternal true gods, trouble with no end. She wouldn't listen. Her death aside, it has caused each of us to owe 100,000 cosmic sand. Lord Luan is also a fool. He made us talk with Lord Luo He, and that talk only increased the price, from 300,000 cosmic sand to 500,000 cosmic sand, captive Wind Lord said, gritting his teeth in frustration. Since Lord Luo He asked us to deliver the message, we might as well pass it on to the Cloud Treasure Pavilion. Lord Baiwu immediately took out the transmission token and began to relay the message. The Cloud Treasure Pavilion in Huyang City is garrisoned by 3 eternal true gods. With the backing of the Primal Chaos Overlord, even just a branch office in Huyang City was given respect by all parties, and was not easily provoked by anyone. Even the forces of Shi Kingdom would not lightly clash with a major powers branch. What? The Pavilion Master and both Deputy Masters of the Cloud Treasure Pavilion was somewhat dazed upon receiving the message. This Lord Luo He has quite the nerve. Demanding us to pay 500,000 cosmic sand. Our Cloud Treasure Pavilion was founded by a Heavenly Treasure Marquis. He actually dares to bully our Cloud Treasure Pavilion like this. All 3 of them were respected figures in Huyang City, who didn't give them some face. Although their branch was not as highly positioned as the Flame Wind Pavilion branch, they still frequently interacted with the 5 great families. What should we do? The Pavilion Master asked, surrounded by swirling black mist and a huge, angry eye. Lord Luo He is excessive, but we cannot report this matter to the Marquis. Firstly, because it's a matter of us reaping private benefits secretly, the Marquis would severely punish us if he knew. Secondly, the Cloud Treasure Pavilion has business across most cities in the Yu Kingdom, and with countless city affairs adding up, the Marquis really wouldn't bother with such trivial matters, he explained. Because the Marquis couldn't be bothered and only cared about the final accounts, they dared to reap benefits under the Cloud Treasure Pavilion name. If they were ordinary eternal true gods who swallowed the assets of 2 families of formation masters, there would be significant backlash. Even a person like Thousand Eye Lord had to rely on killing to coerce the transfer of resources. But with the name of the Cloud Treasure Pavilion, they could intimidate all parties and quietly clean up their affairs. Over the long years, they had become very efficient at these kind of operations. Relying on the income issued by the Cloud Treasure Pavilion was really too meager. This kind of private benefit was where they made their real earnings. 500,000 cosmic sand is just too much, the Pavilion Master said. I'll go visit Lord Wei. If Lord Wei is willing to help, he should be able to resolve this matter. The 2 Deputy Masters nodded. Yes, Lord Wei. If Lord Wei is willing to help, this is but a trivial matter. 500,000 cosmic sand, for them, meant having to sell the armor and weapons they wore, practically squandering half of their lives, so naturally, they sought to stall. The Heavenly Treasure Marquis wouldn't bother with such trifles, and they dared not speak up, so they had to come up with a solution themselves. After much contemplation, the 5 great families dared not provoke Lord Luo He and could only hope for Lord Wei's assistance. I will go now. The Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master could not afford any delay, and immediately visited Lord Wei. Soon after, the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master returned. How did it go? Both Deputy Masters felt uneasy, suspecting that if there had been good news, he might have informed them in advance. The huge single eye of the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master showed frustration. Lord Wei refused, even reprimanded us, and demanded that we obediently hand over 500,000 cosmic sand. She believes that if we don't comply, Lord Luo He might take action. Would Luo He dare to kill us? One Deputy Master panicked. He dares to kill the 5 great families, what do you think? Alas, the Marquis won't intervene in these disputes among eternal true gods. The Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master shook his head. Just endure that, Luo he. His arrogance will bring about his downfall. Killing the 5 great families, threatening us, such arrogance will backfire eventually. The 2 deputy masters felt a pang of pain for the cosmic sand. The 3 of us should each take out a portion of the 500,000 cosmic sand, said the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master. When reaping the benefits previously, you took half, and we 2 shared the remaining half. It should be the same this time. You provide 250,000 cosmic sand, and we 2 together contribute 250,000. The 2 deputies, much poorer than the master, stood united. I can't produce 250,000 cosmic sand right now. You can sell treasures or borrow. Is Luo he truly asking the 6 Lords Alliance for a whole 500,000 cosmic sand? The 6 Lords Alliance too struggled to gather 500,000 cosmic sand. That day, Luo Feng's forceful intrusion into the headquarters of the 6 Lords Alliance didn't go unnoticed, naturally fermenting within Huyang City. The leaders of the 6 Lords Alliance and the Cloud Treasure Pavilion were seeking to sell treasures to raise the necessary cosmic sands, and the news gradually spread. Killing the Thousand-Eye Lord and demanding each of the 6 Lords Alliance and Cloud Treasure Pavilion to pay 500,000 cosmic sand. This news caused various forces within Huyang City to take note, and after quiet decades, Luo his brash temperament remained unchanged. Lord Luo he. Lord Bai Wu and the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master jointly visited Luo Feng at the Heavenly Flame Sect. Luo Feng's temporary residence at the Heavenly Flame Sect was no secret to the eternal true gods of Huyang City. Within a day, they arrived. Luo Feng stood up, with Shong Qianyang and Morosa beside him watching. We acted rashly and angered your Divine Highness, we beg for your forgiveness. Lord Bai Wu respectfully offered a jade vial. Here is 500,000 cosmic sand, all gathered. Please quell your anger, Divine One. The Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master, not daring to show any arrogance, similarly offered a jade vial. Here is 500,000 cosmic sand, and we have also properly settled those 2 families. Shong Qianyang watched the scene, reflecting inwardly. Shong Qianyan's disciples and those siblings from the Chifeng family rescued were all watching from a distance. The respectful visit of 2 major powers within Huyang City, handing over 500,000 cosmic sand, dared to show no resentment. The sight was profoundly impactful for the disciples and the Chifeng siblings. All right, you can leave now. Luo Feng took the 2 jade vials. A sweep of divine power assured him that not a single grain of cosmic sand was missing. Lord Bai Wu and the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master bowed and quickly took their leave. Once they had left, the distant onlookers among the disciples began buzzing with talk. Did you see the might of Lord Luo he? A woman beside Moyu Liuxing exclaimed. Liuxing, I heard you had a chance to follow Lord Luo he before. Did you give up on that opportunity? I chose not to risk it. Moyu Liuxing smiled at his wife. Though I gave it up, it was my elder brother who ended up following him, and I also met you, senior sister, here at the Heavenly Flame Sect. The woman smiled gently, expressing regret, but indeed, you missed a great opportunity. She felt a bit sorry for her husband. The path of cultivation, she knew well how important a great opportunity could be. Shong Qianyang and Luo Feng walked together within the Heavenly Flame Sect. 1 day's time, 1 million cosmic sand, and they willingly complied. This has certainly been an eye-opener, Shong Qianyang exclaimed. The 3 eternal true gods who had died, their families will likely face hard times ahead. Luo Feng mentioned, I know you will look after them, but since I gained wealth because of them, I must show some generosity. Luo Feng handed a jade vial to Shong Qianyang. Not much here. Just 30,000 cosmic sand. You can use it to care for those 3 families. 30,000 cosmic sand is quite a lot. Ordinary eternal true gods would not have as much even if they sold all their treasures. Shong Qianyang said, it's just for settling the families, no need for too much. Search *the overfire.net website on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. You see to the arrangements. Luo Feng placed the jade vial in Shong Qianyang's hands. Shong Qianyang no longer refused. Luo Feng looked toward the distant night sky. Next, I plan to enter seclusion for a while. You should be careful yourself. The wealth was sufficient for the third time of body refinement. Shang Qianyang laughed. Because you killed the Thousand-Eye Lord and forced the Six Lords Alliance and Cloud Treasure Tower to obediently offer compensation, who else would dare to target me? Luo Feng smiled. When Shi Kingdom's forces were capturing several formation masters, they specifically let Shang Qianyang go, which in itself was a statement. This Shi Kingdom's forces keep trying to befriend me, Luo Feng thought to himself. Chairman Zonyun also visited me several times, and this time they let go of Shang Qianyang, clearly placing great importance on me. But in the end, I am bound to stand against Shi Kingdom. In the feud between my master and Shi Kingdom, I would definitely stand by my master, the mountain-sitting guest. Then I'll be leaving first. Contact me if there's anything you need, Luo Feng said. If I'm in seclusion and you have an urgent matter, you can contact Luo Sa. All right. Shang Qianyang nodded. Soon, Luo Feng, accompanied by Morosa, quietly left the Heavenly Flame sect and headed for the Flame Wind Pavilion. Phew. Inside a small building in the Flame Wind Pavilion, the master of the Flame Wind Pavilion personally received Luo Feng. Brother Luo, he has really stirred up a storm today, forcing the Six Lords Alliance and Cloud Treasure Tower to compensate with a whopping 1,000,000 cosmic sand, said the master of the Flame Wind Pavilion, his voice cheerful. Probably every power within Huyang City is discussing this matter. It's a trivial matter, Luo Feng said. I'm here today to reserve a batch of artifact refiner materials. Reserve? The master of the Flame Wind Pavilion and the figure in the grey mist, the deputy pavilion master, was somewhat surprised. The Flame Wind Pavilion's inventory was extensive, and they could also transfer goods from other businesses within the city, so reservations were generally unnecessary, as materials could be brought over in just a few words. Luo Feng nodded and sent a detailed order using the Dark Hall's transmission order. According to our Flame Wind Pavilion's pricing, such an order would require 3.65 million cosmic sand, the deputy pavilion master said with surprise. These artifact refiner materials are rarely precious, most are common materials, but the sheer quantity indeed exceeds what the entire Huyang City can mobilize from its stores. The inventory of Huyang City's many businesses was indeed vast. But Luo Feng only needed a minority of the material types, yet it still amounted to 3.65 million cosmic sand. How long will it take? Luo Feng asked. Our Flame Wind Pavilion delivers every 10 days, the deputy pavilion master explained with a smile. The next delivery is in 2 days. It will directly be teleported in space-time to our pavilion. The master of the Flame Wind Pavilion also said, Brother Luo He, your order is special, the volume is too large, and not suited for local supplies. Space-time delivery is the most convenient. Alright, here are the 3.65 million cosmic sand. Luo Feng took out a jade vial he had prepared in advance, thankful he had obtained the funds from the Six Lords Alliance and Cloud Treasure Tower, or else he wouldn't have been able to afford it. The deputy pavilion master took it and said, I will personally deliver the materials to Brother Luo his cave dwelling in 2 days. Thank you, deputy pavilion master, Luo Feng nodded. An order of a few million cosmic sand was nothing significant to the headquarters of the Flame Wind Pavilion, not to mention dealings that reached over 100 million, or even 10 billion cosmic sand. To them it was all small business. As the mountain-sitting guest was a godly king skilled in artifact refining, naturally, he had some transactions with the Flame Wind Pavilion, dealings on the godly king level, much larger than what Luo Feng had just placed. Therefore, Luo Feng was very straightforward with the reservation payment. After paying, Luo Feng took his leave. An eternal true god, purchasing such a large quantity of artifact refiner materials, the deputy pavilion master wondered aloud, despite being well experienced. I can't understand what Lord Luo he really wants to do. The master of the Flame Wind Pavilion also puzzled. All these materials piled up would be several times bigger than my unlimitable godly bodies. Could it be that he wants to refine a super-large mechanical stream secret treasure? He and Shang Qianyang are close. Maybe he's also a master of artifact refining, potentially focusing on the path of artifact refining to ascend to the primal chaos overlord, the deputy pavilion master speculated. Does he need to refine a large number of secret treasures to accumulate a foundation? Artifact refining, alchemy, formation, illusion technique, each different path, could lead to becoming a primal chaos overlord. Luo Feng's orders for materials were vast and exceeded by far what any normal body refinement would require, naturally leading to much speculation from the master and deputy master of the Flame Wind Pavilion. Marquis Liu Yin of Shi Kingdom sent Yuqian, Shu and Yuqianyi to Huyang City. The master of the Flame Wind Pavilion stated, "Now in Huyang City, Shi Kingdom has 3 strong powers gathered: Shuiyun, Yuqianshu, and Yuqianyi. Them being together, they surely won't sit idly. There must be a major plan in motion. Capturing 8 formation masters was just the beginning. The conflicts will only intensify from here," said the deputy pavilion master, "but it's clear, Shi Kingdom's forces are reluctant to provoke Lord Luo River. I hope the struggle between Yu Kingdom and Shi Kingdom in Huyang City doesn't destroy it." The master of the Flame Wind Pavilion sighed. A fight between 2 powerful nations could cause countless casualties with just a ripple of their conflict. "The river of time flows ceaselessly forward," the deputy pavilion master remarked. "Every moment countless creatures are born and countless die. When you step out of the river and stand peacefully on the bank, you see everything." "Uncle, stop trying to talk like the elders of our clan," the master of the Flame Wind Pavilion said with a laugh. "You're just an eternal true god." The deputy pavilion master made a face and moved aside, continuing to review the pavilion's business. 2 days later, the deputy pavilion master personally visited and delivered the material worth 3.65 million cosmic sand. "Thank you for your efforts, deputy pavilion master," Luo Feng sent him off. "Lucky there's such a supersized commercial house as the Flame Wind Pavilion. If we had to rely on those smaller businesses, gathering 3.65 million cosmic sands worth of various materials would probably be 1,000 times more troublesome," Luo Feng thought to himself. The matter of the Flame Wind Pavilion was a piece of cake, but even a small business association would likely struggle with it for an entire era. Merely the space-time transport of goods allowed direct delivery of goods from the Flame Wind ancient country to the Huyang branch. This space-time transport was locked to each branch. Only 2 ancient countries in the land of origin had the capability to perform this task. At that moment, Morosa was teaching Moyu Qingyang to comprehend the laws, when Luo Feng approached. "Master," both Morosa and Moyu Qingyang greeted respectfully. "I am preparing for a closed-door meditation for some time," Luo Feng said. Closed-door meditation. Morosa and Moyu Qingyang felt a burst of joy secretly, as it meant they would be free while Luo Feng was in seclusion. "During my meditation, I will cut off all communications and not allow any disturbances. If there really is something extremely urgent, Luo Sa, then you may notify me," Luo Feng instructed. "Yes, Master," Morosa replied. He was Luo Feng's spiritual servant, able to communicate through telepathy. Having said that, Luo Feng entered the underground hall alone, released the Star Tower, entered the tower's space, and began his 3rd session of body refinement. Asterisk 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 asterisk. As time passed, the situation within Huyang City became increasingly turbulent, with conflicts erupting continuously. The various forces in Huyang City realized that this time the conflict between the city owner's mansion and Shi Kingdom's forces was different from the past. One day, Mo Li Meng personally came outside the main entrance of Luo Feng's cave dwelling. "Deputy City Lord Mo Li, as I've said before, the master is in closed-door meditation and is not seeing anyone," Morosa, who had just woken up, said. Now that Moyu Qingyang had gone home, he had to answer the door himself. "I have something urgent. Is it possible to contact your master?" Mo Li Meng asked continuously. "How urgent?" Morosa asked. "Is Shong Qianyang about to die? Is Huyang City going to be destroyed?" "It's the city owner's mansion that wants to meet Lord Luo He and seek his help," Mo Li Meng said. Morosa shook his head repeatedly. "The master has instructed not to disturb him unless it's a matter of utmost urgency. A request for help from the city owner's mansion. Such a trivial matter, he dared not disturb his master." Mo Li Meng looked at Morosa. Morosa looked innocently at Mo Li Meng. Well, Mo Li Meng had no other options, as in the case of seclusion, only this servant could contact Lord Luo He. Not even the other servant, Moyu Qingyang, could make contact. Just make sure to contact me as soon as your master emerges from seclusion, Moli Meng said. You can rest assured on that point. I will immediately inform my master of this matter once he is out of seclusion, Morosa promised. Moli Meng could only leave helplessly. No matter how tumultuous the outside world was, Luo Feng focused solely on body refinement. The primal chaos great strength diagrams, highest level of the eternal true God tier 3rd body refinement utilized many mysteries of laws, posing an extremely high demand on the cultivator's realms. It was not only body refinement, but also a form of cultivation. S-tilde-ea the noalpha.net website, on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. Luo Feng also prepared tens of thousands of cosmic sand materials as practice. Once fully prepared, Luo Feng officially began his 3rd body refinement. Luo Feng's godly body was akin to a super-large weapon's secret treasure. The immense power of this super-large secret treasure was primarily due to its massive size, and its intricacy was quite ordinary actually. Now, Luo Feng was like drawing on a needle, further perfecting the entire super-big weapon's secret treasure, where originally one formation diagram was present. Luo Feng might need to supplement several formation diagrams to make it operate more perfectly. The process was all clear, but it still required step-by-step patient refinement. Body refinement was extremely tedious. Mainly because Luo Feng's perfect divine body was so large, the work involved was exponentially more complicated. Luo Feng continued for over 30,000 days before it was successfully completed. A day in the land of origin spans about the duration of one Earth year. On Earth, it would equate to over 30,000 years of continuous body refinement. That was with Luo Feng's strong will and high efficiency, otherwise, it would have taken much longer, showcasing the grand scale of body refinement. It's done. Luo Feng looked at his own godly body. After 3 rounds of body refinement, in terms of intricacy, it now rivaled some ordinary eternal true God secret treasures. But this was a weapon's secret treasure that stood 18 billion kilometers tall. With just a clench of his fist, a terrifying aftershock rippled through this space. Even without igniting divine power, I could easily tear apart a Huyang legion with my bare hands, Luo Feng reflected inwardly. Reaching this step has truly unearthed the potential of the perfect divine body at the eternal true God tier. As for more powerful body refinement, that would be at the primal chaos realm tier. This was something that eternal true gods couldn't possibly achieve. They might occasionally realize 1 or 2 powerful moves, but primal chaos tier body refinement required extremely high realm specifics. Even mastering the primal chaos laws and receiving inheritance necessitated careful contemplation to learn. How strong would my godly body be once I used Duan Mie and ignite divine power? Luo Feng wasn't quite sure himself. Having been on the land of origin for over 20 eras, Duan Mie had also progressed significantly. Looking at the entire land of origin, at the eternal true God tier, there are likely few who can rival me, Luo Feng thought. There might be some with a higher realm than his, but his advantage in terms of the godly body was indisputable. This video will end here.